reason for anyone from a township to go to a mayor's conference. A mayor's conference is a mayor.
Buckle up, because we're diving into one of the most shocking sagas unfolding in suburban Chicago. This drama is packed with allegations of corruption, misuse of public funds, political retaliation, and even FBI involvement. That's right. We're talking about Tiffany Henyard, the township supervisor for Thornton, and the self-proclaimed super mayor of Dolton, Illinois. Her name has been making headlines recently, and for good reason. From extravagant parties to accusations of political intimidation, this story keeps escalating, becoming more explosive with every twist.
You are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs.
What's going on with Tiffany Henyard, and why is the FBI stepping in? Buckle up, because this is a wild ride. What started as whispers of questionable behavior has spiraled into a full-blown saga spanning over 2 years. Business owners, village, employees, and even trustees are coming forward with claims of a tangled web of corruption and power plays. Now, with allegations piling up, it seems the FBI has decided it's time to step in and untangle the mess.
A little messy, but it's just something we felt important that had to be done, that should be done. But like I said, yeah.
Tiffany Henyard has been accused of living the high life on the taxpayer's dime, with lavish travel and extravagant expenses fueling public outrage. Critics point to massive spending on personal security and alleged pressure on local businesses to support her political agenda. The residents of Dolton are furious, and the town is in disarray. But how did it all go so wrong? Let's start by breaking down how the FBI became involved. Reports suggest that business owners in Dolton have faced numerous obstacles, not due to market challenges, but because they refuse to align themselves with Henyard's political ambitions.
The finding of an investigation of village finances and the spending habits.
One of the most shocking incidents involves Lawrence Gardner, the owner of a U-Haul trucking and rental company in Dolton. Gardner alleges that his business license renewal was denied simply because he refused to participate in a CIC event sponsored by Tiffany Henyard. According to Gardner, after declining to financially support Henyard's event, he faced harassment from Dolton police and even had his business seized. Determined to fight back, Gardner took his case directly to the FBI. And he's not alone. Others are beginning to speak out as well.
To go and investigate people around her, and that's what.
Several other local business owners have reported experiencing similar issues. Dwayne Wood, a local restaurant owner, believes he has also been targeted because his establishment serves Dolton trustees who oppose Tiffany Henyard. Wood, while not directly in contact with the FBI, is convinced that his business is being blackballed due to his association with Henyard's political rivals. The sudden difficulties he's facing in renewing his business license seem far too coincidental to be unrelated.
Do anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
This isn't just about a few isolated businesses. A troubling pattern is beginning to emerge. George's Towing, another local company, alleges that Tiffany Henyard blocked their business license renewal because they refused to support her election campaign. Sound like the plot of a bad crime drama? You're not alone in thinking that. This small-town power struggle has people talking and demanding answers as the web of allegations grows thicker.
Her chief of police late last year without any approval from the village board. So now Robert Collins has filed a lawsuit.
And this is where the FBI steps in. For some time now, they've been conducting covert investigations, interviewing witnesses, and quietly gathering evidence. Federal agents have reportedly been spotted around Dolton Village Hall using electronic surveillance to piece together the puzzle surrounding Tiffany Henyard. While the FBI remains tight-lipped about the specifics, the dots are connecting as they probe allegations ranging from financial mismanagement to political intimidation. The financial accusations against Henyard are mounting, intensifying the pressure on her administration. Reports suggest a severe misuse of public funds, with claims that Henyard has been financing a lavish lifestyle on the taxpayer's dime. Allegations include spending village money on luxury vacations, high-end accommodations, and even overtime pay for her personal security detail. The public is demanding answers about the hundreds of thousands of dollars allegedly spent to keep Henyard in comfort and security. As the scrutiny intensifies, so does the clamor for accountability in a community already reeling from controversy.
Feels like she's under
To put things into perspective, Dolton is a small village, not a sprawling metropolis with endless resources. The idea that taxpayer funds might be used for lavish parties and first-class travel has understandably struck a nerve, fueling widespread frustration. For years, the village's trustees have raised concerns about budgetary issues, but it seems those warnings went unheeded. Now, with the FBI involved, many are hopeful that the truth will finally come to light and that accountability will follow.
Are paying for.
One of the most damning pieces of evidence against Tiffany Henyard involves a trip she and her entourage took to Las Vegas. While small business trips are common, this one has all the hallmarks of a scandal. Not only was the trip exorbitantly expensive, but allegations have surfaced suggesting it wasn't solely for business purposes. To make matters worse, there's a lawsuit accusing Henyard of retaliating against a former employee who raised concerns about improper conduct during the trip. The lawsuit, brought by Henyard's former assistant and a police officer, alleges mistreatment by the village administration. While the specifics are still being worked out, this is the kind of negative publicity no sitting mayor wants, especially while under federal investigation. Henyard also had the chance to clear her name by allowing an internal probe into her conduct, but she vetoed a motion that would have initiated an investigation into her spending. This decision has only heightened suspicions. Village trustees, however, have declared their intent to override her veto and proceed with the investigation. The question remains, what is she trying to hide? Meanwhile, village meetings have devolved into dramatic spectacles. In one particularly heated session, residents and trustees demanded answers from Henyard. Instead of addressing the concerns, Henyard escalated tensions by accusing a resident of stealing from the village and having them removed from the meeting. When suspicions are already high, such actions only add fuel to the fire. As the trustees push for accountability, the drama continues to unfold, leaving residents demanding the truth.
To receive the information today, we have the best mayor ever. I've been here since.
If you thought things couldn't get worse, buckle up. Dolton's financial crisis has reached such a dire state that the village's own law firm has decided to drop them as a client. That's right. The firm that has been representing Dolton in nearly 20 lawsuits is cutting ties because the village can no longer pay its legal bills. This unprecedented move underscores the severity of Dolton's financial mismanagement under Tiffany Henyard's leadership. The law firm, Delgado Law Group, sent a letter to the village stating its intent to withdraw from all cases due to non-payment of fees. While specifics haven't been disclosed, it's safe to assume the village is millions of dollars in debt, and the FBI investigation into Henyard's administration are significant factors in this decision. So how is Tiffany Henyard handling the fallout? One might expect her to address the crisis head-on or issue a public apology, but instead, she seems unfazed. Henyard has been hosting lavish events and sharing her activities on social media as if nothing is amiss. One such event was the Friends of Tiffany Henyard picnic, which critics argue resembled a campaign rally more than a community gathering. The event featured food giveaways, bounce houses, and even skating, all while the village trustees refused to fund it, calling it an irresponsible use of resources. Henyard claimed she paid for the event out of her own pocket, but the timing and optics of the event raised eyebrows. With mounting debt, legal representation walking away, and the FBI breathing down her neck, Henyard's apparent detachment from the crisis is leaving Dolton residents frustrated and demanding answers.
Well, one-day purchase of over $40,000 to Amazon. And the main thing is...
At the picnic, Tiffany Henyard took to the microphone with bold confidence, proclaiming that she has never stolen anything and that God has chosen her to lead the people. While such a message might resonate in other contexts, it falls flat in the face of serious accusations. Residents of Dolton are increasingly skeptical of her claims, especially when confronted with questions about her spending habits. Henyard dismissed the growing criticism, suggesting that people are simply trying to control her because she is a strong, independent woman, a stance that seems all the more defiant as she faces federal scrutiny. Despite Henyard's public bravado, the atmosphere in Dolton is one of growing betrayal and frustration. One resident went as far as to suggest that the village should forcibly remove her from office, change all the passwords and door locks, and cancel all credit cards. This drastic call reflects the anger brewing among the community. Others are demanding justice, with one particularly passionate writer calling for the arrest of Henyard and those around her, labeling them all as scammers. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of this situation is the growing sense of fear among Dolton's first responders, including police officers and firefighters. Some have even alleged that Henyard embezzled money from their retirement funds. While many are too scared to speak out publicly, the whispers of corruption and intimidation are becoming impossible to ignore. The FBI investigation into Henyard's actions continues, with new allegations surfacing almost weekly. With the weight of public outrage and federal scrutiny closing in, it seems unlikely that Henyard will be able to escape the consequences of her actions. What do you think? Should Tiffany Henyard resign, or does she deserve a chance to clear her name? Could this be a case of political sabotage, or is it time for Dolton to move on from her leadership entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this ongoing saga. The story is far from over, and we'll be here to bring you the latest developments. Thanks for watching.